guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing, Max is not here. For today's video, I am going to be doing 10 baby names we love but won't be using, and I guess this is actually 20 baby names because I'm gonna do 10 boy and 10 girl. Because when I was narrowing it down, I couldn't really narrow it down to like just 5 that we loved that we weren't going to use, because I had 10 and 10 on both lists. So I'm going to be doing 20 baby names, 10 boy, 10 girl that we love but will not be using. We have 3 boy names we have narrowed it down to, and 2 girl names we have narrowed it down to, and those 3 and 2 are not on this list. So the names that we are considering are not going to be on this list, but these are still names that we love and may use in the future, just not for this baby. So clearly Max is not in this video with me. I know we've talked about in previous videos him filming this with me, but he just keeps putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. I am finally doing this by myself because yesterday was my due date, so I am 1 whole day past my due date. I could literally have this baby at any second now, so I really want to get some videos pre-filmed so that I have some things to upload if I'm not uploading like the birth vlog or things like that right away. But without talking your ear off, let's get into these 20 names that we love and will not be using. I guess we'll do a boy name and a girl name, a boy name and a girl name. So for the first boy name that we love but will not be using is Maddox, and we actually almost really considered this name. Like, this was almost on our like top like 2-3 names. We seriously almost considered this because I talked in a previous video about how we really loved we wanted to use like an X name or like something with an X in it because Jackson has an X in it, so we wanted to kind of continue that if it was a boy, but we can't see ourselves having a boy named Maddox. I don't know, it just seemed like it was a little too unique for us, because Jackson, we spelled it unique, but the name is not very unique. Like, the name is pretty common, but we spelled it a unique way because if you guys have been watching us for a while, we spelled Jackson's name the way we did because it's a combination of my name and Max's name. So we really loved that there was like an X in there. So I don't know, we really loved the name Maddox, but we just decided that we can't see ourselves having a baby named Maddox. Then for girl names, the first girl name we love but won't be using is Hadley, and I really love that name. You guys are gonna find that I have a lot of similarities in boy names and girl names. A lot of the boy names sound the same or have like a unique letter in them, and a lot of the girl names they end in Lee, or you'll see as I go on it ends in a Y or something. So a lot of my names sound very similar, but we love the name Hadley, but it didn't make, I don't know, we just didn't love it enough. We do love it, but we found a name that we love more. The second name for a boy we love and won't be using is Bronx, and we really like that name because, again, it has the X in it and we think it's really cool and really unique, but we won't be using it just because, again, we can't really see ourselves having a little boy named Bronx. Kind of is like a big name and it's just a little tiny baby, and I feel like I say it funny, Bronx. Like Bronx? Bronx. I don't know how to say it properly. So I don't know, we love it, but we're just not going to be using it. The second name for a girl is Avery, and I love that name. I think it is so cute because the middle name we're going to be using is my middle name, which is Lee. So I thought Avery Lee sounded really cute. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Another reason we won't be using names that have like Lee at the end, even though I love like Hadley, is because we want to use my middle name Lee, so Hadley Lee, like it didn't go. But we love Avery Lee, like it sounded really cute. But the reason we won't be using it, even though I love that name, like I really considered that name for a while, is because we obviously have a son named Jackson, and we would have a daughter named Avery. Jackson and Avery. And if you guys watch Grey's Anatomy, Jackson Avery is a character in Grey's Anatomy, and I thought it would just sound funny. I don't know, maybe that's stupid because it's a show and like not everybody watches it, I don't know, but I thought it just sounded kind of weird together. So I love the name, but we won't be using it. The third name on our boy list is Sutter, and Max came up with this name and he loves this name. Like, he really wants to name this baby Sutter, and it's just not happening. It is a really cool name. It's really unique, which is why we won't be using it, because it is way too unique. Like, somebody's gonna be like, Sutter, like where did you get Sutter from? I don't know, it just is way too out there. It's way too unique. I do like the name, it sounds cool, but we're just not going to be using it. He got it from a movie called Spectacular Now, and the guy's like a total playboy in the movie, and like I'm just not going to name my kid after like boy from a movie. But as cool as the name Sutter is, we will not be using it. Name number 3 on our list for girls is Tinley or Tinsley. I really like both of them, Tinley, Tinsley, But again, it just is one of those names that's really cute. I really like it. Hadley, Tinley, they all kind of just like go. I think it's really cute. I love girl names that end in Lee, but again, we won't be using it because it ends in Lee and we want to use the middle name Lee. I don't know. We've kind of considered using a name that ends in Lee, but then we couldn't come up with a middle name, so I don't know. We're still going back and forth on that because one of the names we do love ends in a Lee, but we're still trying to figure out a middle name for that. But anyway, Tinley or Tinsley is a really cute name, but it's just one of those names where we found one that we love more. Number 4 on our boys list is Beckham, and I really love this name, but I feel like it is pretty popular, which is weird because so is Jackson. Jackson is really popular, and we just didn't like the way it sounded with Max's last name, Beckham Beekner. Like, it just, I don't know, it flows too much almost, so we're not going to be using that name, but we do love the name Beckham. Number 4 on the girls list is Paisley, and I think this name is super cute. Again, ends in Lee, which is why we will not be using it, but it is a really cute girl name. Like, I think it just sounds so adorable. Little baby Paisley. Like, I still love the name, but again, it ends in Lee, and we don't know if we want to do that, which is so funny because one of the names we've narrowed it down to 2 names for girls, and one of them ends in Lee. So it's funny that I'm sitting here saying we can't do it because it ends in Lee, but it just, we love the name that we narrowed it down to, because even though it ends in Lee, we just love the name. But we don't love these names enough to choose it and try and find a different middle name. So Paisley is super cute, but it's just not for us. Number 5 on the boys list is Everett, and Everett is super cute, but we do know someone that has a son named Everett, and she actually delivered at the same time I did. It's a family friend, and we were both in the hospital at the same time without knowing it, and we were going to our discharge class, and she was there, and we happened to have the babies at the same time, and she named her son Everett. And it just, I don't know, I just can't seem to get myself to name my baby Everett after knowing someone that has a baby named Everett. And it is a really cute name, but again, me and Max just talked about it, and we were like, Jackson, Everett, like, I don't know, Everett was almost like too unique, so I don't know, we really love it, but it's just, again, not for us. Number 5 on the girls list is Kennedy, and I love that name. I think it's super cute. Kennedy Lee, like, I don't know, it just sounded really cute. I actually really considered that for a while versus the other name that we have on our top 2 list, because Kennedy Lee, it works better rather than the other name that we have that ends in Lee. But I just love that name too much. I can't get rid of it. I really feel like we're gonna end up naming her that because I think Max is gonna like it. He likes one name more than the name that I chose, but I think he's gonna give in. I think he's gonna like it a lot. I don't know, hopefully. But either way, Kennedy is a super cute name. I really love it. I think it's super cute. Again, it goes with my middle name, Kennedy Lee. Just sounds really cute. But we have a name that edged it out. Number 6 for the boys list is Carson, and we really love that name, but we do know somebody named Carson, and we just couldn't do it. I don't know, there's really no other reason than we just know somebody with the name Carson, and it just didn't seem right to name our kid Carson after knowing somebody with that name. But it does sound nice because Jackson, Carson, I don't know, I really like that. That's kind of also one of the other things that I'm looking for a boy name, since we're not going with the whole X thing, is that it ends in like a O-N or like S-O-N, like Jackson. It's not a requirement, but like it would sound cool. So we do like the name Carson, but we won't be using it just because we do know somebody with that name. Number 6 on the girls side is Peyton, and when I was pregnant with Jackson, this was actually like my top 2 names for girls when we didn't know if we were having a boy or girl. So if Jackson was a girl, his name could have been Peyton. His name actually, as for a boy, could have been Peyton, because I really like it for a boy and girl. So Peyton is on this list because it was a name I was considering. We didn't really consider it this time because, like I said, we kind of like narrowed that out when we had Jackson. We were like, it's fine, it didn't work, and now like we're having another baby and we went back to that name and we're like, no, it just doesn't work with this baby. But it is a name that I really do love. Number 7 on the boys side is Colton, and I think it's really cute, and again, it ends in O-N, Jackson, Colton. I think it sounds nice, but after watching this season of The Bachelor, I just can't get myself to name my baby Colton, because now Colton is such a popular, not a popular, but like it's like a household name. I feel like everybody talks about Colton from The Bachelor, so now I feel like I can't name my baby Colton. I don't know if we would have anyway, because I feel like it's kind of a big name. I don't know, I really do like it though, Jackson and Colton. It sounds really nice, but again, now because of the whole Bachelor thing, I can't get myself to do it. Number 7 on the girls side is Reagan, and I love this name. This was the top 2 that I had for when I was pregnant with Jackson. Peyton and Reagan were my top 2 names. And I love the name Reagan. I still love the name Reagan, but again, we just narrowed it down to 2 names we love more. But if we didn't find those names, Reagan I feel like would still be a contender, because I really do love it. I also love that you can shorten it to Ray. Like, I thought that was really cute. And again, Reagan Lee, it just sounded really nice. But like I said, we just have names that we love better, and we kind of just like edged it out a little bit. Number 8 on the boys side is Luca, and I really love this name. I think it's really cute and really unique, but I just don't think it goes with Jackson and Luca. I don't know. It sounds cute, but it just doesn't sound right together. And I feel like it even like the boy names we have now that we really like, that we've narrowed it down to, that we will be using, that's not on this list, I feel like it's still hard to find something that like beats out Jackson. I don't know, I feel like it's just so hard that we had a boy first and we have a name that like goes so well with him. It's so hard to find another boy name that like fits us so perfectly, because Jackson fit us so perfect. If we have a boy, it'll be a big deal if we have a boy and we are able to decide on a name together, because it's been hard to find a boy name. Either way, we love the name Luca, we just won't be using it. Number 8 on the girl side is Sutton, and I think it's super cute. I actually follow someone on Twitter who has a daughter named Sutton, and I thought that it was so cute. Because Max likes the name Sutter for a boy, I thought it'd be really cute to do Sutton if it was a girl. But if you guys watch Cake and Baby J, she just named her son Sutton, and I feel like I just can't do that now, because she also has a son named Jackson and I have a son named Jackson. So if we both have sons or kids named Jackson and Sutton, it would just be weird. So we are not going to be using that name, not necessarily for that reason, but that is a reason. But the name Sutton is really cute. I do like it for a girl more than I like it for a boy. But again, just not for us. Number 9 on the boys' side is Peyton, and it's spelled with an E, like P-E-Y-T-O-N, whereas a girl was P-A-Y-T-O-N. And like I said, this was like number 2 when we were pregnant with Jackson. If we didn't choose Jackson, we probably would have chose Peyton, because I really did love that name at the time. Like, I was in love with that name. Now I love the name, but I don't love it enough to use it for our child, which is so weird, because it was like my top 2 when I had Jackson, and now it's like I would never even like, I don't know, I love it, but I would never consider using it. So for that reason, it is on this list. And number 9 on the girl side is Kaya. I really love that name. I found it, I'm not really sure where I found it, but I do watch a show that has a little girl named Kaya in it, and she's adorable, but I feel weird naming my kid after people in shows, so I don't know how I feel about that. But I love the name Kaya. It just, I don't see me and Max having a little girl named Kaya. And it does not go with my middle name, Kaya Lee, because then it almost sounds like Kylie, and it just doesn't flow right. But I do love the name Kaya. I think it is adorable. Like, honestly, if I wasn't trying to choose the middle name Lee, I might consider that even more, because Kaya is just, it's just so cute. It's just like summery and cute. I love it. And number 10 on the boys' side is Tatum, and I really love that name because I think it's just really cool and unique. But it reminds me of Channing Tatum, and we just won't be using it for that reason. And then finally, number 10 on the girl side is also Tatum, but it is spelled differently. It's spelled T-A-Y-T-U-M versus the boy, which was T-A-T-U-M. But again, it just reminds me too much of Channing Tatum, and I can't do it. And it also reminds me of the people on YouTube, Kyler and Mad, or Mad and Kyler and Mad? They have little girls named Oakley and Tatum, and the name is adorable, but I just can't do it for that reason. I feel like the more I'm sitting here talking about Tatum for a girl, like, I like it more. I don't know. We already have names. We already have names we love. I'm not going back on those. But either way, I do love the name Tatum for a girl. I think it's so cute and so unique. Just might be a little too unique, but again, because I do know, not personally know, but like know of people who have that name, I just can't do it. Can't do it. So that is it for our 20 names we love but won't be using. Like I said, we narrowed it down to 3 boy names that we do really like and will be considering from if it is a boy. And we have 2 girl names we love and will be considering from if it is a girl. I came up with all of the names. I mean, Max didn't really like help me come up with names, but he has helped me a lot when I've said like, oh, what about this name? He's like, no. What about this name? He's like, oh, that's really cute. So I came up with all of them, so I like all of them, and now it's just kind of finding one that he likes too. But when it comes to a girl, I came up with both of them. He has one he really likes, and I have one I really like, and we kind of like are both like competing. We're like, we'll see if it comes out and looks like this, or we'll see if it comes out and looks like that. So it'll be interesting if it is a girl. If it is a boy, I feel like I said, it's going to be really hard to come up with a name for a boy, just because Jackson just fits so perfectly with us. It's going to be hard to find another name that fits so perfectly with us again. But the names we have are cute, and they work with him, and they work. Obviously they work, but we wouldn't have chose them. It's just so crazy. In like a day or 2, or 3 or even 12 hours, I could have a baby in my arms and we will be picking names. This is just so crazy. Wow. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed these names. Let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite names from this list and what your favorite names are from your guys' list. I love hearing names. Maybe if I find another name that I like better than the 2 or 3 or 4 that we chose, maybe we will consider it, even though we're having a baby like tomorrow, so we should probably not be changing the names right now. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, leave us any comments or questions you may have because we love hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.